All our blister repairs have dried, so now we're going through and sanding and starting the fair. I have a couple buddies here helping me, so it's gonna go quickly. So we're in the process of starting the fair out. All the blisters, you can see these have been sanded, so they're pretty smooth. This is the original work here, not sanded down, just fiberglass. Then it's trying to be sanded. And then the next step is we're running around and doing some fairing. Look at this guy. Yeah, so this is pretty fair. This one's a little thicker. We'll come and sand this down to get rid of any other imperfections. Let's get going. This week we are starting the process of getting Calico's bottom smooth again. We complete the task of fiberglassing all the ground out blisters, and the next step is to sand and fair the patches which require hundreds of man hours. Luckily we have reinforcements. Big D is back along with our friend Jared. Together we will fill and fair all the 70+ blisters, getting Calico's bottom race ready. So these are the patches that Demetrius and I laid in a few weeks ago. They're all dry, but you can see they have a lot of epoxy around them and a lot of cloth strands. What we're doing is we're sanding them back and getting them fair up the hull. So I can apply a fairing compound and get a nice smooth bottom again.
So why are some numbered? And why do some have letters?
The letter ones are the irregular shaped ones, and the numbered ones are perfect epoxy cup circles. So we had a method to our madness.
Kind of.
Kind of. It's still madness over here.
That's true.
I mean, look at my arch. Now that's madness. That's also a TBD. Yeah. That's a work in progress.
Faired in. First fairing. Probably have to do 2 or 3 more.
We went ahead and sanded the port side of the hull. You can see they're all nice and fair. Now it is time to rinse the hull with this stuff.
Thanks, Total Boat.
Thanks, Total Boat. Yeah, that basically removes the grime and any of the glass residual that we left on there so that we could apply the fairing compound and it'll stick. So it's all just kind of dusty, so we'll go ahead and just wipe them all down. Ooh, wow. Looking good.
It's funny, you can actually see where we wrote them, where we marked them.
It came out pretty good though, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh. Look at you guys. This is definitely going quicker than the fiberglass was. Hey guys, so we're back at the Casita doing a little computer work, which is what we often do. We try to balance the boat refit amongst our YouTube channel. One of the most common questions we get asked is what we use for VPNs, and today we are proud to announce that the sponsor of this week's video is Surfshark. The primary reason we use Surfshark VPN is to change our virtual location. We've had many instances traveling over the years where we've had to change our internet IP address in order to get certain things completed. For instance, when I was sailing a boat with the crew from Mexico to Panama, Grace couldn't get into our YouTube channel from Panama. She had to use the VPN in order to access the US version of YouTube. The other thing that is useful for is when we're placing orders. So my Amazon comes up as default in Mexico, and if I use the VPN, it comes up in the US, so I'm able to easier order parts from like Blue Seas, for instance, like electrical components, which is what I'm working on right now. The second thing that we use a VPN for is just to secure our data. We're often on the hunt for public Wi-Fi addresses in restaurants up and down the coast of Mexico, and putting the VPN on prevents us from being hacked, which is also an important consideration considering we have so much sensitive data online running a YouTube channel. So we just want to let you know that we have a discount code for you guys that will be 83% off and 3 months for free if you use the discount code Calico. The link for our promo code is available in the description down below and the promo box called Action Box up top.
Good morning.
You got 9 minutes, honey.
Hi Jared, how are you doing today?
I'm waking up, but
Yeah.
well rested.
The coffee helping that?
Yep.
So this is our routine in the apartment. Basically ever since Jared, who's here to help us, and Demetrius got here. Yeah, just having coffee in the morning and our little casita, as Bill calls it. Okay, ferreteria.
Yep, we gotta get some sandpaper gloves. What else we need? Maybe roll.
Yeah, go get some more supplies.
Un poquito español.
Oh wow.
Just,
Mike's like, no.
I mean, why aren't there turtles in here?
I asked her for food. He said no.
They're so cute. They're pets.
No,
Three turtles.
Yeah.
hey, Trace Tortugas.
Yes.
I'm gonna rip through sanding all this fairing compound today. Got 3 sanders going. Got quite a bit of sanding to go, but we got 3 guys, so it should go pretty quick. We haven't started tackling the bigger areas of fairing yet. I'm not sure how I'm gonna approach these through hulls. They're a little deeper. So this morning we've been sanding our fairing job. You can see the darker areas are areas of deeper where we need more fairing. So we're gonna come through with a second pass, but they are getting there. We're not totally sure yet how we're gonna tackle the deeper ones, like around the through hulls. I may put fairing compound and then glass it and cut that back out, or you can see it's a little deeper. But Jared is over here mixing total boat fairing compound. And he's gonna do a second pass. The guys are mixing up Total Boat Total Fair, which is a lightweight 2-component epoxy putty used for fairing, filling, shaping, and repair. We are careful not to use the same popsicle stick to avoid contaminating either bucket. We will use this material extensively to get Calico's hull and keel back to a fair surface after all our repair work. The ratio is 1:1 between the yellow hardener and the blue resin, making a green color when properly mixed. Total Fair is easily sandable and can be used above and below the waterline. The process is that we have to wipe them first with this surface prep stuff. So you wipe them, get any residual dust off, gets the prep surface ready for the epoxy fairing compound. But yeah, we're getting there. Starting to look a bit better. And the other exciting thing is the canvas guys have been hard at work. Dodger's back! Woohoo! We did some reinforcements for the solar panels. Muy bien.
Hi.
That won't go anywhere.
The only one is here.
Look at this fancy sun-powered panel on this brand new Dodger. Nice leather. Don't mind the rest of the boat. But this part's looking fresh. Our cushions now have snaps too, which is pretty nice. So now they could actually stay put in a seaway. Click. We often see this thing flying everywhere when the wind's up, so we're making some good improvement here. Click. Clear strata glass. And cockpit cushions. Notice that giant void around our prop strut? This also needs to be attended to. I took a grinder to a crack around the strut we noticed just to make sure there wasn't any damage. This is some cell foam core we're gonna use to fill up this giant hole that was our prop strut. One layer there is good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to sand that down, but this is helping to fill the core rather than using a bunch of epoxy. Okay, so that little section back there.
And this would probably just
Dude,
be
yeah. You don't have any more thickened, do you?
not the thick end.
Okay.
We have more epoxy that we could add.
Yeah.
Well, you're not going to paint any more on top of it because you're not going to glass it till it's dry. So just take the resin you have mixed, make some thickened epoxy.
I'm out of colloidal silica, which is like 406 in West Systems, but Brooke and Gary have some, so I'm gonna go borrow. It's really nice that our friends are here just to help out when you need parts and stuff like that. Ryan's in there, working on a transmission or a water maker. This is like a real work yard. You wouldn't believe how much work is going on inside these boats. Major structural stuff. These guys are hard at work still. Okay, I'll be back. Bye. Have fun. I was sort of a run and gun epoxy session. It started just mixing a nice thickened batch, and then it turned to the boatyard guys telling us to fill up a divot cell, dye the cell, but I think it's a much better solution. We're just laying in the last little bit. So all this is doing is creating a structure and filling up this void. Rather than using copious amounts of thickened epoxy, we are blasting in some foam. So maybe it's like...
So precise.
think that's gonna fit.
I think so. You can kind of squish it in a little bit.
You want to squish it in? You've got gloves on.
Yeah.
I won't let it out. So let me know if I need to make more of a cut. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll fit. We'll
All
just,
right,
we
let's
can
just-
fill that in with epoxy.
Yep. So why don't we stuff it in this thickened... This honeycomb stuff dried pretty nicely overnight. This one's a little messed up. It's a little bit of a gap. But rock solid. We're gonna sand this down or cut it, and then lay some glass over it. I mean, look at my arch. Now that's madness. Well, we're already on arch V2 here. They're cutting it back down. It was just, I wasn't here when they were building it, and it's just too big, too wide. So we're gonna be tweaking it quite a bit. Yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be not this big. Still gonna try to get 1200 watts up there, but hopefully it's a little smaller. I also had a 2-hour meeting today with the arch / bimini enclosure guys. It's a little challenging because I don't speak Spanish that well. Mi amigo es un engineer. Mis amigo muy ver, and he hablas posiblemente uno más. Uno más, pero es el engineer para Sire boats, barcos. So just, but I think we're getting there. We sort of made in chalk a sort of like the real dimensions of the boat with the mock-up of chalk, the old davit and the old lengths. We're just trying to figure out all the geometry. It's hard.
The new one, the old is here. The size is different size,
Yep.
right? The back to the boat is right here. Now this is straight. This I need to make it like this for the dinghy,
Exactly.
For,
Yep.
For having the same.
The same shape.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, for that.
Sketching out our dinghy davits here. Chalk drawings. We're getting there, I think. We have like a nice size drawing here. Well, here we go. Yeah. That's how we do it in Mexico. Viva la Mexico! And we're just talking about different things we need on there, like how to lift a dinghy, how to lift a kayak, how to lift a paddleboard. Yeah, things are starting to come together. I don't know if I filmed the structure that we came back to from the holidays, and it was tremendous. So we've shrunk it down quite a few feet, and it's sort of following more the lines of our old davits. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get 3 or 4 solar panels on yet, but I'm hoping for 4 still. And you can see here's the beginning framework for our hard bimini. It's much wider than we had previously. So it now covers the entire cockpit, which is nice. So rain, I may try to add some rain catchment to it. If it slants a little bit forward, I could probably put a gutter here and let that go to our water tanks. It's gonna be super exciting. It's just a little bit of a stressful project to do. Where's the language barrier? So it'll take a few weeks, but I think we'll get there. I'm here every day now, so you know, if I could help watch it and supervise it, I think it's gonna go a little better now. I also want to mention it's been like huge amount of help having Demetrius and his buddy Jared came down, so things are going much quicker with 3 guys working on their projects. Demetrius' RV right here, the mobile scaffolding, but we've just been tackling the bottom and we're going 3 times faster. So that's been like a huge benefit to us, and one of the amazing reasons to have a YouTube channel. The community around it is amazing, so we've been super blessed with that.
Wow.
This is the start of the roof. So this is gonna be the top. And it's what the davit's gonna be hung off of and all that stuff, and the solar panels.
Yeah, looks good. I like the angle back and the triangle.
Yeah, so initially it was, you know, all the way out like this and then curved in. You can see our chalk drawings. So this is the kind of life-size image of the boat over here. This is the side profile. So this is our transom angle, and then this is where our mooring cleats are. And this is gonna be the davits going up. And then we're gonna have our dinghy lift point here. We're gonna have our kayak lift here.
Okay.
This is the one bar where the wind gen was, and it'll be on the other side. And then this is the bar that's near the boom right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
We lay our old davit across. The old davit was like this, because this represents a stern rail. And it went back to like that or so. So you can see we're actually cutting off some distance that we previously had. It's like that. So this lines up. So we're kind of keeping the same geometry for the dinghy, the kayak, but we're actually cutting off some height and we're cutting off some length.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I like it. Guys, did good. Look good.
That's the see.
Esta? Sí, sí.
See.
Ajá.
That's for that's a key.
Ese es. Ah.
Oh,
Yeah. Just
Tres más. Poquito más.
so this goes here like that, I guess, and then will be lifted. Bonito.
Abajo, el piso.
So this is our backing. This is our mounting plates. So weld here, bzzz, in the centro.
Cubierta. El piso.
Yeah, and then under.
Cuatro.
Yeah, cuatro. Muy bien. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
Putting the structure up. I think I have to go a little bit higher. I think un poquito más. Like on the front.
Está así.
Un poco
Arriba.
arriba, up.
Ajá.
Mucho mejor. I also find this kind of funny. Things you would not see in a US boatyard. Check out the scaffolding. The state of the scaffolding that I'm climbing around on here. It's all rusty. Random bars hanging out up there. My favorite one is over here. Don't tell OSHA. And then this one's even worse, but it's been welded a few times. Yeah, I don't think the insurance in the US would love this, but it seems to get the job done.